Don't forget to remember what you've forgotten. Keep asking, who am I? And the darkness will turn into light. Don't forget to remember what you've forgotten. Keep asking, who am I? And the darkness will turn into light. Once upon a time, an orphaned lion cub was raised by a flock of sheep. Taught and nurtured by the adult sheep, and frolicking with all the lambs, the cub never questioned his own identity. He always assumed he was a sheep. One day, as the flock was grazing near a small stream, they were chased by a pride of lions. In terror, the cub ran to escape. In a gallant attempt to elude the clutches of his pursuers, the young lion leaped across the stream. Once airborne, he happened to glance at the surface of the water, and for the first time, he saw his reflection looking back at him. To his amazement, he did not see a white woolly sheep. Instead, he saw a leaping lion. When he reached a safe place, he bleated out his great relief, and to his amazement, his voice sounded exactly like the ferocious roar of a lion. Because of the inherent limitations of our own human brain and senses, each of us grows up from birth under a grand illusion. We innocently accept the suggestions of separateness that our own egoic, family, and cultural conditioning present to us. Yet at a certain point in our lives, we begin in earnest the search for limitless happiness. It is this inquiry that ultimately directs us inside ourselves to find the liberating truth of our own divine identity. Unlike the lion in this story, human beings do not just forget who we are once at birth. Even when we're taught and have been exposed to the truth of who we are prone to forgetting. And therefore, we re-experience and re-experience many forms of pain. So as an earnest seeker, it takes effort to remember, because we often forget. So don't forget to remember what you've forgotten. Keep asking, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And the darkness will turn into light. So everybody carries their own little story. And at the drop of a hat, in virtually any kind of situation, the personality likes to share that story, reinforcing the habit patterns of ignorance, of delusion that I'm separate. And increasingly, I identify with the pain, illustrated through the story. So I continuously rehypnotize myself into believing that I am something other than the truth. Don't forget to remember what you've forgotten. In those circumstances, when you know, and you know that you know, the personality is being hijacked. Slow down. Contemplate. Who am I? Who is aware of this dis-ease, of this desire, of this emotion? Before you continue to serve it, ask yourself, who am I? From where have I come? Why am I here? What's to be done? And where will I go when the body is no more? Don't forget to remember what you've forgotten. If you remember what you've forgotten, that remembering will turn any darkness into light. And you will know who you are. And you will know that you know. And you will be increasingly free from all the pain and the misery and the bondage that once troubled you.